Hello, my friends. Austin here, back again. This time, repping the cow look. I don't think I've debuted the cow look yet, unless you've been watching the shorts videos, but check it out. I got the cow hat, I got the cow jacket. Moving right along. Nice segue, right? Today, in no particular order, here are 6-ish or so DVDs, physical media, Blu-ray, that every furry should own. Cue the opening. Today's episode has a corporate sponsor. I can't say who, because I don't want to sell out the channel, so I'm going to weave the advertisement beautifully into the video. You won't even know when the corporate sponsor shows up in the video. Moving right along to our first Blu-ray, it's Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, the complete series.
I spent all night digging it out. Come to think of it, that boulder was plenty heavy.
Oh, do you think I could keep the rock, Dale? As a souvenir?
This is a relatively new release that I just bought at Walmart. You may have already seen had you watched the YouTube short, because I was too excited to buy this. I had to instantly come home and make a video. But now I've actually been watching a bunch of the episodes, and I've got to say, really hand it to Disney for putting out a quality physical media release this year. I was not expecting that, because Disney has been stepping away from physical media, to say the least. Like, they just don't care. They've been skipping lots of releases. Many of their Disney Plus titles are not available, and they've just been discontinuing movies left and right. But all of a sudden, something weird happened. I know recently Bob Iger went on record saying that he wanted to kind of start bringing back the physical media business, which was a total 180 from what they were saying last year, that DVD was just going to be gone. Now all of a sudden, Disney's back to making physical releases, and there's some really, really amazing stuff coming up, like, not animation or Furry related, but there is an upcoming Blu-ray 4K of True Lies, The Abyss, and Titanic, all three James Cameron movies that Disney now owns, that we never thought would be released again. I mean, True Lies, that has had a pretty terrible, crummy DVD release for some time. But for whatever reason, Disney's decided to begin dipping its toe into Blu-ray again. Maybe their constant Disney Plus money sinkhole is not working for them. And they're like, oh shoot, remember that billion-dollar business we had of physical media? Maybe we shouldn't have killed that. This is Rescue Rangers, not its first time being released on physical media. I think I've even mentioned in my Disney collecting video, I talked about these nice box sets they did for Rescue Rangers back in the day. These sets are not bad. I just want to make that clear. I don't hate these sets. I think they're very nice for what they were. Best of compilations of Rescue Rangers episodes. A great way to kind of introduce 2000s kids into this great show. And if you're watching, like I do, on a portable DVD player, yes, I still use a portable DVD player in 2023, the subpar quality, which is pretty much ripped from a VHS, it's not going to be too bad. And the box set itself is not too bad. I like when box sets come with their own cases, and it's not some sort of, fold-out thing where the discs get scratched by, taking them out of cardboard. I really do not like those types of box sets. This is very simple, little thin cases in a nice cardboard box. So, good presentation, good set. But for us diehards of Chip 'n Dale, this was not cutting it, because these are best of compilations. But this set right here is the definitive way to watch it, no question about it. It includes all the episodes, including all the good ones.
Please help me.
Cousin Gadget said that if I ever needed help, I could count on the rescue rangers.
And I really, really hope this sells well and tells Disney and Walmart, who now partially owns the DVD format, to get back into releasing Disney physical editions. Because this is a good release. You want to pick this one up. Don't wait 3 or 4 years when this is very expensive. It's good. Trust me.
I thought perhaps a certain chipmunk might find it in his heart to invite a girl to breakfast.
Oh, you don't want to eat breakfast here. Why not?
So about a year or so ago, I think it was in my last DVD collecting video, I speculated that we may be seeing a brand new HD release of the animation classic Cats Don't Dance.
Not bad. A little rusty, but hey, who's perfect?
Rusty?
Because the film was uploaded in its entirety to YouTube in 1080p 16:9 aspect ratio, and I was right. Austin correct once again. It's a beautiful feeling. The Warner Archive, which releases kind of forgotten cult Warner Brothers films, has finally dipped its toe into animation by releasing 2 animated Blu-ray releases this year. They did Gay Furry, which I've not seen and would like to see, and of course, Cats Don't Dance. What may be possibly one of the greatest animated movies ever made. And I really do mean that. Cats Don't Dance is a 10. It's a 10 out of 10. It's absolutely stellar. It's a short little movie. I think it's only 65, 70 minutes long. It takes like an hour. You know, minus the credits and the opening, the movie is like, it barely happens. But it doesn't waste a minute. This movie has such a good pace. It's got such great characters, such amazing music, and some of the best animation you will ever see. It is really, really that good. So to see it finally get the proper treatment with a Warner Archive release makes me so happy. So previously, the only way to get Cats Don't Dance was to buy it either in a cardboard case, yeah, a cardboard box, what they call a keep case, which is a terrible, terrible thing. Ask any DVD collector, they'll tell you these cardboard boxes are the bane of their existence. And a double pack with Quest for Camelot. For years, this was the only way to own the movie. And it's a really, really bad transfer. The animation looks horrific. For some reason, they, turned up the saturation so the colors would pop more. I don't know why they did that. Danny, the main cat, is so orange and so bright. He looks like a jack-o'-lantern vomited on your TV screen. It really is one of the worst animation transfers I've seen. It was only available as this double pack. In 2010, it did finally get a single release because people had demanded for so long that we get a proper DVD release with the correct theatrical poster and no garbage Quest for Camelot attached. And this was a very limited online exclusive. And this was a pretty expensive release. This DVD used to run you about $30 to $40, no joke. Until this year, when it was released as part of the Warner Archive collection. Now, unfortunately, at the time of this video, I don't have the new release. I know, total cop-out. I'm telling you to buy a DVD even I don't own. But, you know, it's Christmas shopping season, and I don't have $40 to spend on an online Cats Don't Dance release. But I will get it. I will get it soon. And I have seen a little bit of it from the YouTube previews, and it looks absolutely amazing. The people that have bought it have said it's one of the best transfers for any animated movie ever.
Perfect. How could you possibly improve a face like this?
Even better than the stuff Disney's doing. So, it really warms my heart to see Warner Brothers rolling out the red carpet for such a forgotten and misunderstood film. Oh, and here's something cool. The Warner Archive release of Cats Don't Dance is available on Blu-ray and even DVD. They even backported it to DVD. So even if you don't want all the bells and whistles of a fancy Blu-ray release, maybe you still watch your portable DVD player like I do, you can still upgrade your Cats Don't Dance release to the Warner Archive version. It got a very nice DVD release. The difference, because the Warner Archive one does use the correct original movie poster, as it should, but it does say along the top, Warner Archive Remastered. So if it doesn't say that, if it looks like this, then you've got the crummy version. And yes, this means my rare single edition of Castone Dance that I hunted for so desperately is now worth nothing. Pennies on the dollar. No one's gonna want this release anymore because it's obsolete. And that's a good thing. I don't care about money or value. I just care about these films being available. I think every rare DVD should be in constant circulation. When's the Rock and Roll re-release coming, Netflix? Make it happen. I think Netflix owns Rock and Roll because they bought MGM, which owns United Artists, and oh god, my head hurts.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
I suggest you don't worry about this sort of thing and just enjoy yourself. That goes for you all, too.
Yes.
I said I love a good box set, and the box set of all box sets is All Dogs Go to Heaven, the series. Who remembers All Dogs Go to Heaven, the classic Don Bluth animation film that put you in a coma? It's so sad. I sometimes just turn on that end scene just to cry a little, because, you know, even grown men every now and then must shed a tear as we watch Charlie descend into the heavens and say goodbye to Marie and Itchy. It's really one of the greatest films of all time. I would say All Dogs. Maybe 2, 3, 4 on my list. I haven't done a definitive favorite films list, but All Dogs would be really, really high up there. It's amazing. It also has a sequel that is, I think, so weird, so bizarre, and somewhat bad. I kind of love it. No longer is it the drama between Charlie and Itchy, and Charlie finding redemption for his sin, but rather an angelic epic about Charlie and the angels going to war with Satan. It is quite the movie. Well, following the movie is its direct follow-up, the Fox Animation television series. And I am absolutely shocked this box set is here. A collector's all-dog box set for the Fox Box cartoon. Like, how many obscure tie-in cartoons even get DVD releases, let alone a nice solid collector's edition like this? Heck, there are many pieces of Fox animation that have not gotten the treatment like this. I don't think the Kirby, Right Back At Ya Fox Box show got a nice DVD set. People would kill for that, but nope. We got All Dogs Go to Heaven, which is wonderful and allows me to pretty much complete my Don Bluth shelf, which makes me so happy. And it's such a big piece of real estate on a shelf. Like, Charlie here has such a commanding presence. And I'm okay with that because I love All Dogs Go to Heaven so much. I'm willing to dedicate 5 DVDs worth of shelf space for this box set. Well, technically 4 because there are 4 DVDs included. And you get it across 3 nice volumes right here. And each one has some of the main characters. Which, if you remember the Rescue Rangers box set, a couple videos ago, I complained that Gadget is not on the box, despite being a main character. Well, finally, we get some proper representation with this one. We have Charlie and Itchy, and we have Charlie and Carface, and then finally we have Charlie and Annabelle, the lead Whippet Angel. The best character, let's be honest. Annabelle is so amazing, so charming. Bebe Neuwirth does such a wonderful job voicing her. And that's really the thing that sets this cartoon apart from other, like, cheesy animation cartoons, like, oh, and the Christmas special. Yeah, you get the Christmas special. It's awesome. This set is amazing. And this show is much better than you think. It's not your typical licensed tie-in cartoon. It's much better than, say, the Aladdin show or the Little Mermaid cartoon. Not to diss on those cartoons. I know they have their fans, and they've got some pretty good episodes as well. But this show has a lot of really good talent behind it. You've got Bebe Neuwirth playing Annabelle, the lead angel. She also plays Donnabella, her evil twin cousin, who is a hellhound from hell.
Whether I'm poisoning punch or setting dolls on fire, I try to fill the world with grief and fear. What fun to send each family a big surprise, as gruesome as it can.
Yeah, and then we also have Dom DeLuise reprising as well as Itchy in every episode. Ernest Borgnine from the second movie is reprising his role as Carface, and he does an amazing job. If you watch SpongeBob, he's doing his Mermaid Man voice, except he works for the devil, so it's kind of funny to, like, close your eyes and imagine Mermaid Man saying these things. But it's a really fun show. You get to see a lot of crazy plot lines, you know, the fact that the characters are basically dead ghosts working for God gives you a lot to work with. And also, there was an episode of this show with Mrs. Brisby in it from The Secret of Nim. No, really, there actually is a Secret of Nim episode. Is it volume 3? No. Volume 2? Yes, okay, it's on disc 4 of volume 2. It's called All Creatures Great and Dinky.
Oh, no. I thought I told you little squeaks not to play with styrofoam.
Hey, lighten up, lady. They're only kids.
Hey, listen, Hydrant Face. If one of my babies eats styrofoam, it stays in their tummy forever. That stuff lasts for over 500 years. Here, play with this. Paper is safe.
And in it, Charlie and Itchy shrink to the size of a mouse and help a woman named Mrs. Moxie with her sick children. And Mrs. Moxie is basically a legally distinct stand-in for Mrs. Brisby. They are the same character. The actress playing Mrs. Moxie even does a really good job of capturing, I believe her name was Elizabeth Hartman's very distinct voice she used when doing Mrs. Brisby. And she wears kind of a red backpack, which is a nod to the red cape that Mrs. Brisby wears. And it's lovely seeing her go on an adventure with Dom DeLuise as Itchy, because those that have seen Secret of Nim know that Dom DeLuise is Jeremy the Crow. So it's kind of a Secret of Nim callback reunion, a lovely, lovely bit of fan service that I would not have known about had I not bought this fantastic box set. I think this box set was a Blockbuster item. I could have seen this back in the 2000s, like, being sold with all their collector box sets back when, Best Buy, not Blockbuster. Now I'm sinning. Now I am gonna join Donnabella in Dog Hell.
Time to pass out candy canes. I'm dipped in slime.
Because I mixed up Best Buy and Blockbuster. Something wrong with me. But I could have seen this stocked at Best Buy back in the day. It's not an expensive set. You can get it on eBay for about 25 to 30 bones. And it's well worth your bones. These doggies, worth your bones. Buy this set, watch the episodes, you'll thank me. It's an underrated cartoon, and I'm shocked more YouTubers don't talk about it, because some of these episodes are so bizarre and weird, you can't help but love them.
Know what you're dealing with, so I'm coming along.
Suit yourself.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're gonna have to forgive me for this next one, because there's two problems with it. The one is that there's not a single furry character on the cover, and the other is that it's in a keep case. Remember I mentioned keep cases? Yeah, this is what they look like. It's a cardboard box holding a DVD inside of it. Is this not the worst thing you've ever seen? Truly horrendous. So, this is Stay Tuned from Warner Brothers, a mid-90s genre picture. A very fun movie starring John Ritter. That's right, John Ritter from the animation classic Fish Police, and Pam Dauber. I sure hope I'm saying your name right, Pam. In this wonderful, demonic, slightly kind of horror-ish, but not scary, it's very fun movie about hell. Yep, all dogs go to heaven. This movie is about hell. In the plot of it, couch potato Roy Nabel is on the rocks with his marriage to Helen Nabel, because he's a couch potato that doesn't do anything but watch TV. He's useless. He's what the internet today would call a beta. And he gets a new TV set sold to him by the devil. And this TV set sucks him into the TV, which is hell. So basically, how the devil is bringing souls into hell is he's finding lazy men and sucking them through TVs. And it's called, I think, Hellovision. And they do, like, all these TV shows, but in hell. Like, there's, it lists them on the back. Northern Overexposure, the Underworld Wrestling Foundation, where, like, all the wrestlers are demons. It's a very fun, goofy, kind of Halloween movie. I highly recommend it. John Ritter is great in it. So why on earth would I feature this film in the must-have furry video? Well, that's because the middle of this movie And I'm not even saying like a quick scene. I mean the middle portion is animated. They go to a cartoon channel. And a very notable portion of this movie was animated by Chuck Jones. And it is some of the best furry animation you will ever see. No joke. Here's a little bit of it right there. And I will play footage of this animation in this video.
Couldn't be any worse, huh, Roy?
Helen? Oh my god. We're cartoons.
As a matter of fact, there is a clip from this movie I use frequently in my videos, and it's one of my favorite clips ever when I'm going to play that clip.
For a mouse, you, look pretty sexy.
Too bad you didn't like the way I looked when I was human.
Yeah, Helen Nabel as a mouse is like, no joke, like number 2 on my top furries list. Like, she rivals Judy Hopps. She beats Minerva Mink any day. I know, I love the mouse woman. I just think her design is so pleasing, so visually perfect. I like the design of John Widow as the mouse too. I think he looks great as well. And they're just so wonderful. I would watch a cartoon in that style all day. And I mean, not just the look of it, because it's Chuck Jones, obviously, but the humor and the tone of it, how it's slightly adult, it's got a little bit of innuendo in there. I think it's so fun and charming. I wish more adult animation looked and felt like that.
Kids, don't try this at home.
This is one clever pussy.
So often are we given cheap and bad adult animation that looks like Family Guy or Archer or whatever crud Adult Swim is peddling. So I just go back and I watch the Stay Tuned animated section on YouTube because it makes me so happy. And even besides the sexy mouse lady.
For a mouse, you, look pretty sexy.
Too bad you didn't like the way I looked when I was human.
And the funny jokes. It is a pivotal moment in the movie. It's a big action set piece right in the middle there, and it's when the Nabel's kids discover that the parents are trapped in the TV.
Gone. That's it. I said we're through, and we are through. I can do better on my own. I am not a mouse. I am not a mouse. I'm Helen Nabel. I have an MBA. I live at 1532 Blue Jay Court. I have 2 beautiful children, who I may never see again.
Mom?
The day the Warner Archive gives us 4K Mouse Helen Nabel is a great day. And also, Plastic Meatball needs to make action figures of this movie. I'm not even just talking about the Mouse Helen Nabel. I want an action figure of Spike, the version of the devil from this movie. He is so cool. He has like a TV remote under his suit, and like he hits a button and his TV remote like it shoots out of his demon suit. I don't know, I have a weird fascination with furry movies and cartoon animals and going to hell. I'm a horrible person. I'm even wearing my Devil and Daniel Mouse t-shirt. Another piece of furry animation about small cartoon mice battling the devil. I'm a strange man. I need help. I need serious help.
Time to pass out candy canes. I'm dipped in slime.
Up next, it's another piece of Chuck Jones animation. One that won't take too much of your time. It's an animated television special called Rikki Tikki Tavi by Rudyard Kipling. So if you're wondering what does any of that mean, and am I still speaking English? Well, you all know The Jungle Book, don't you? I mean, come on, The Jungle Book. A very, very famous turn-of-the-century novel adapted by Disney in the 70s. Well, part of The Jungle Book was not adapted. The Jungle Book's a collection of stories, and Disney only chose to adapt the Mowgli story. That's the one that's considered The Jungle Book today. But there was another story in The Jungle Book that is just as much The Jungle Book as Disney's The Jungle Book, and that's Rikki Tikki Tavi. It is the story of a British family moving into India at the turn of the century and being targeted by all of the wildlife that they are not used to seeing. So the snakes want to kill them. And this mongoose named Rikki has taken it upon himself to protect the family's child from being attacked by snakes. And if this sounds dark, wow, this special definitely gave kids in the 70s nightmares. It is dark, but I absolutely love it. It's so awesome. It's like Die Hard, but with a mongoose. This Ricky guy is so savage. He is so ruthless in his pursuit of these snakes, because these snakes are bad. The snake wants to poison and kill the kid, and the villain's not shy about that. This is no twist villain here. This snake makes it very clear from the onset that he's gonna kill this innocent family. So Ricky the Mongoose here decides to go around this large, like, British monarch's mansion, and in each room, kill one of the snakes in a violent way. It is like Die Hard meets John Wick meets Looney Tunes. It is so metal and awesome. I don't know why this cartoon is not like the cult thing. The animation is wonderful. The way Ricky the Mongoose attacks and battles, he's like a slinky. Like, the mongoose just squashes and stretches, and he slinks all around the house, and it makes me so happy to watch. And it's got such a nice stylized look to it. The movie almost looks as if it was illustrations in a turn-of-the-century book. Funnily enough, I think it has a very Disneyland look to it. I know that's ironic, given this is the Warner Brothers animation adaptation of The Jungle Book, made to compete with the Disney animation adaptation of The Jungle Book, but I don't know, there's something about the human designs in particular, that I would have expected to have seen on, like, an Adventureland menu in the 1960s. Am I rambling? Does this make sense? It's got a very Disney look to it. I think any animation buff needs to watch this. I bought this at my local thrift store because I liked the cover and thought, that's a funny looking character. I've never heard of this before. And I watched it, and it was good. This is the regular DVD release, but I will say it's a solid transfer. It looks and sounds great. So it's not really something, well, I mean, I'd love to have a Blu-ray release, don't get me wrong. Warner Archive, get on it. But, as it is, the DVD's good and can be found quite cheaply. It's included with Yankee Doodle Cricket. Yeah, Yankee Doodle Cricket. That's another Chuck Jones television special like this one. They're both about a half hour, give or take. And Yankee Doodle Cricket is about the bicentennial that was held in 1976. And I like this one as well. It's not as unique and interesting as Rikki Tikki Tavi is, but it still is very good, and I would highly recommend it for a 4th of July watch. It's very proudly American, and, you know, I'm a history buff. I love American history. The ending of Yankee Doodle Cricket is like the most awesome montage of American history ever. It just makes you watch it and you go, yeah, America.
The milk boys is thick as hasty pudding. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy.
And it's like a little cartoon rat going, Yankee Doodle went to town, doo-doo-doo. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's like, bam, America. Doesn't mess around. Good special. And good free inclusion. Awesome TV special with a good TV special attached. This is a solid release. I can't complain. I'd love to see it released on 4K Blu-ray. Warner Archive, come on. Actually, I've got the dream release for ya. What if the Warner Archive did a best of Chuck Jones non-Looney Tunes stuff he did for Warner Brothers? Like, you know, they do those Chuck Jones collections where it's all the classic Chuck Jones stuff, but do one that's just like his later work. Do Yankee Doodle Cricket, Rikki Tikki Tavi, and just the middle portion of Stay Tuned. Just those mouse scenes on a Blu-ray. I would so buy that. So buy that.
Ricky said to himself, he's crawling into the bathroom sluice. You're right, Chuchundra. I should have talked to Chua.
We've talked about a lot of great animation releases. Prestige, quality animation that makes you realize how fun it is to be a cartoon buff and proudly furry. Well, now it's time to look at some furry crud. Yes, my final DVD recommendation is a guilty pleasure. It is Arctic Dogs with Jeremy Renner. Do you like Jeremy Renner? Do you have the Jeremy Renner app downloaded? You can tell me if you have the Jeremy Renner app. I have it too. This is crud. It's not particularly anything amazing. and a lot of YouTubers made videos totally ripping on this movie. So I decided to buy it when I saw it. I'm like, hey, that's that thing the YouTubers didn't like. And I watched it. I kind of liked it. And I don't know. I got problems, like I said. I didn't hate this movie. I thought at times it was downright charming and fun. I think all the actors do a really good job. Heidi Klum is this fox lady inventor. She's basically like a poor man's Gadget, but her design is so cute and charming. I like it. And John Cleese as the bad guy, this kind of evil walrus that wants to pollute the environment, he's doing a good job. I don't think John Cleese has ever phoned in a day in his life. I think he gives everything his all, even if it's the most low-budget movie. And we know for a fact that this movie isn't even a real movie. It was commissioned by the Canadian government as, I believe, an ad for climate change. Yeah, there's supposed to be some sort of environmental message in here, because John Cleese is, like, trying to melt the ice town, that it's supposed to make people wake up about climate change, and I don't think the animated movie Arctic Dogs is gonna help save the world from the impending heat doom, but I do think it'll give us a decent movie that's worth your watch. You like Jeremy Renner, you get to see a little bit of his singing career on this movie.
A guitar and a smile, chasing a dream only fools like me would follow. But I was born a soldier, waging a war against all that said I told you. With my feet on the ground and my heart.
And yeah, he pretty much used this as a vehicle for his narcissistic singing career, because he was gonna branch out from being Hawkeye. So Hawkeye is the wolf. But there are aspects of this movie I like. I think Renner and Klum have some great chemistry between them. It's fun to see the characters interact. Some of the side characters can be quite boring. There's this, like, big polar bear guy who's like a bootleg John Goodman character, and that's pretty much all you need to know. He doesn't do much. I can't say I don't regret my purchase of this. It's kind of one of those movies that I just have, and for some reason I keep watching. I'll find myself on a bored afternoon with nothing to do, and when that cold brew hits, I pop in Arctic Dogs and watch it again. Why do I keep watching this movie? Dude, what's wrong with me? But the animation's good. Like, it's pretty decent animation. It's a lot better than, like, the Norm of the North, right? This movie gets compared a lot to Norm of the North. That is a disservice to Arctic Dogs. Arctic Dogs has a lot more going on in it than Norm of the North. And the character designs are quite lovely. The animation's fluid. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of solid. Maybe that's why I like it. Maybe it's halfway decent. Does it do anything amazing? No. Is it earth-shattering? No. Is it a government-made cartoon? Yeah. Is it a vehicle for Jeremy Renner's ego?
With my feet on the ground and my heart.
Yeah. But I still like it. I don't care. I think it's fun. It would be funny if this was a cold brew. But it's not as scalding hot, which would make more sense for Arctic. Like, why are they all drinking cold brews in Arctic Dogs? They live in the Arctic. It's freezing cold there. Wouldn't they want to drink something to warm them up? Right? Like, I don't understand. Physical media, baby. What else can I say? Those are just some DVD releases, Blu-ray releases I thought you might enjoy. I thought for sure heading into this year, this would be the absolute death of physical media, but even as stores shrink their DVD footprint, Target basically getting rid of DVD entirely, Best Buy as well, I'm optimistic. I think things are looking good. Disney is back, and they're releasing some releases we've always wanted to see. Rescue Rangers, True Lies, who knows what's coming next? The Warner Archive is getting into animation. So we are seeing good releases. You just have to really look for them. And by really look for them, I mean go to Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. I never thought I'd say I'd want to go to Walmart, but I do now because their DVD section is shaping up to be pretty good. My local Walmart has a new, like, animation section they're putting together that's got the complete series of Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed, Edd and Eddy, Adventure Time, Pinky and the Brain, which is weird because no Animaniacs. So there's no Animaniacs complete set, but just the Pinky and the Brain segments. That's weird. They're gonna sell them at Nova Mink one. It's like 5 minutes long. Anyways, there may be hope for physical media after all. But let me know what you think. Do you have any must-have furry movies that I am missing? Or the hidden gems you know about? And what movies would you like to see on physical media? I'm hoping Hell of a Boss gets a physical media release. It's kind of the it furry show right now. And while I have dipped my toe into a little bit of it, heck, the show is free. To me, there's nothing like cracking open that DVD and popping in that disc. It just like, you put that in your PS4 and that's so satisfying. I would love to have Hell of a Boss on Blu-ray or DVD. I would so buy that. And, you know, stay tuned on 4K. Come on, Helen Mabel, please.
For a mouse, you, look pretty sexy.
Too bad you didn't like the way I looked when I was human.
But that's all I have to say. When that cold brew hits. Oh, too big of a sip.